Ooh. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Welcome to the close to the final night. Well, it is for these two teams tonight. It's the final match of the season for NGS Season 11. Tonight I'm bringing you Uncomfortably Numb versus 2Calculated2throw. Neither is in a playoff contention spot, so it's just playing out the last game and having fun. So I expect to see a lot of fun, enjoyable comments. I want to welcome you all to the stream. My name is Sparhawk. I'll show you my ugly face in just a minute. 2Calculated won the toss. So the bands were Garden of Terror and Towers of Doom for 2Calculated. And Uncomfortably Numb banned Braxis and Battlefield of Eternity, staying away from those two-lane maps. And 2Calculated, with map pick, took us to Volskaya Foundry. So it should be an exciting season. I hope everybody's doing really well tonight. I'll let everybody know that I'm ready, and we can get this underway. All right, so they know that I'm ready, just waiting, and we will get into the draft screen. And again, hope everybody's having an enjoyable Friday, the 16th of April. And I can't wait to see what these guys are going to bring us. I am doing another cast tomorrow, I believe. It's up on my schedule. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or Sunday. But what I'm doing is just picking up teams that are finishing off their seasons and just giving them some coverage as they go into the playoffs or out. But let's get into the draft. Enough talking from me. Okay, and again, here's my ugly face. I want to thank you all for the stream. Hey, Lich Queen. Hey, Kick Naz. Nice to see you guys. Oh, you're not going to let me live that down, are you, Lich Queen? Oh, that's such a burn. Well, I guess if it hurts anymore. Oh, no, it's absolutely my pleasure. I wanted to pick up the final games that each teams are playing before the playoffs. And as I go into the playoffs, I'm actually going to change my overlay for the playoffs from what I usually am running with my dots and my optical beams. I have a new overlay that I'm going to run for it, just for the starting soon screen. The rest will be the same. So it should be an exciting one. So we have May and a Joanna ban. So, I mean, definitely taking the better, stronger tanks out of anyone's availability. Let's see what we go into next. Healer ban, maybe? Sonya? Oh, Falstad ban. So no Falstad shenanigans. So, let's see, if I'm too calculated, is Sonya ban worthy? Or would you look more for the Diva or the Gazlo to want to ban out? I guess it depends on your scouting. And they're taking away Jaina. So both teams ban an Ice Lady. So let's get into this first pick. I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring out. You know, if they're going to go try hard to go off on a winning note, or you're just going to have some fun. But first pick Chromie usually says we're coming for bodies. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Yeah, Lich Queen, had I known that you weren't doing anything, I would have asked you to co-cast with me. My apologies. And we have Li Ming and Sonya on 2Calculated. So whether Sonya's with the 4-man, probably in the off lane. Novus SC, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. And we have Diva and Alarak. So Sonya versus Kiknaz. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. And the Alarak can be really scary. I mean, especially double mage. So Anna's getting banned out, so no nano boosted shenanigans. And let's see our final ban for game number 1. And it's Stukov being taken away. So both banned a tank, both banned a DPS, and then both banned a healer. I don't know if that was too calculated or not. But it does make me feel uncomfortably numb, that's for sure. So we have ETC and a white main. So the final two pickups is they're going to need a tank and a healer. So you could go a Taunt Varian and a Deckard if you wanted. Look, with them taking white main, it makes me think they're expecting Varian. Oh, and they're going to go with a tank Blaze and a Deckard. Mad respect. Everybody knows me, I just love my Blaze. So this is a really spicy draft coming out by Uncomfortably Numb. I really like the looks of it. Now what's the last pick? Who's the last damage? For 2Calculated. And it's going to be a Tychus. Alright, so we'll do our swap round. Let's do a quick PR esports promo and then get into the game. Alright, so starting off for Uncomfortably Numb, we have Blaze being painted by Famous, Novus on Chromie, THC Spectre on Alarak, Pilot of Earth on Deckard, and Mr. Monkey Man on Diva. And for 2Calculated, we have Cawthon on Sonya, Fear on Tychus, X Havoc on ETC, Grievant on White Mane, and Kobo playing Li Ming. Hey, Dropping BB. Nice to see you, Seth, man. And it's my pleasure. I was bored tonight and saw there was a game not being casted. So I just figured, I'd let both teams know and I'd pick it up and cast the game. I mean, with everybody's last matches being played, I want to make sure everybody's getting covered as best that I can. Just so everybody's finishing off their series, making sure they've been broadcasted, good karma and all that. So I really appreciate everyone staying tuned for this. It should be an exciting series. I mean, by the looks of it, neither team is going with anything goofy. So this is going to be an exciting match once we get loaded in. And for those who are unaware, Dropping Babies is one of the founders of the Phoenix Rising Esports organization, a phenomenal healer, and a really great person. Just to be around, talk to, really friendly person. Really glad he's someone I can talk to about things, questions, get good responses. So kudos to Dropping Babies. I'll show you some level 1 talents. Divas looks a little bugged. Let me reset this. We're not getting Diva talents. I don't know why that is. I'll give it a second here. I'll just keep it blank until level 4s come on, then we'll see if we pick it up. But going over the level ones we have New Habits, and we have, once again, for the first time, Ruthless Momentum, and Field Study by Deckard. That's semi-unusual. And on the side of 2Calculated, and I did forget, yes, you're right, Fluffy, my apologies, he is a great twerker. Yes. We have Warpaint, so it looks like a Spin to Win Sonya, Grenade, Prog Rock, Pity the Frail, and Power Hungry. And a Diva did take the Full Metal talent. we had for everybody in the audience, we had Phoenix Rising had an in-house charity event, and if we had hit a certain goal, Dropping Baby said he would twerk, and we hit our goal, so we have him on film twerking. It was a very good route from Deckard, for sure. Alright, so both teams taking their machine gun camps, or turret camps. Fear picking up theirs just a little quicker. Diva takes hers to the bottom. I think this is going to be a really good standstill between Cawthorn and Mr. Monkey Man. Let's go back to the top. It seems to be where the action is. Level 4s do come online. Oh, big mega explosion onto the Spectre. ETC coming in from behind. There's a stun. Missed on this Deckard route though. Blaze goes down. First blood. Second blood's Alarak. Third is going to be Deckard. And Chromie ducks away. 3 kills in the space of a few seconds. Well done by Uncomfortably, or 2Calculated2throw. So we're off to an auspicious beginning anyway. Nice to see. Diva getting teared apart by Fear with a grenade. That's giving Sonya time to take the airplane camp, which I actually don't mind her taking solo. By the time she gets it, I mean, it'll be closer to their side. So that airplane camp should have a bit more of an advantage. In the meantime, though, Uncomfortably Numb does manage to boot them away and get it onto the point, but doesn't get any channel going. 28% is for the red team, 2Calculated. But the Diva has her explosion, so knock back onto the Alarak. Diva explosion is going to go out. It's going to catch Havoc. Not a lot of damage done. Ming sends a ball to the face. So they're going to give up a bit of channel. Heal themselves up. I think this is perfectly fine. ETC playing up top, just doing some damage. Sonya grabbing the machine gun camp. So they should have double turret going in. 49, 50%. And looks like this is going to be the end gauge. Level 8, about just over a level lead. Oh, big stun by the Blaze. A counter stun onto the Diva. Rook goes out, doesn't catch anyone. Picking on Alarak again. One turret's down. Lots of rubies for people to pick up. If Fear and 2Calculated might have to back off again. Those Deckard potions coming into play really effectively. Ooh, big orb. And it looks like we are getting the orb build out of the Li Ming. She's going to start wrecking. Sonya with a Chromie kill, sending it to overtime. Level 9's just a little bit more. If they get one more kill, they might have 10 here. Take Diva out of her mech. And I think with this minion wave, they should have their 10s. And that's going to probably cause Uncomfortably to not engage and let this Triglav go over to the side of 2Calculated. So let's go over tens really quickly. We have Bleep by Sonya, Odin. We have Mosh Pit, Divine Reckoning, and Wave of Force. I love Wave of Force with Ling players. Mosh Pit misses. Just using it as a channel. Diva Bomb goes out. Big damage. Sonya Leap comes in. White Mane finally goes down though. So does Chromie, so does Diva. Wow, this is just back and forth slaughterfest. Ming has not much mana, but does have life. If she has a tap here, oh, she does too, she can be the X Factor in the remainder of this fight. Big stun. Orb goes out, kills the Diva. It was Tychus, sorry, he got the credit. Slowing Sands goes out by Chromie. And I think everybody sippy cup twice for this first objective. This is just incredible. Both at 99%. You're right, Fluff. It is a slobber knocker. Oh, we have Tychus going down up the top. 10's online, both teams. There's the leap. There's the spin. Alarak goes down. Chasing Chromie. So it's 4v4 still. Still for the first channel. Neither team giving an inch in this. Like, you're going to have to earn it. It's going to have to be more than one death, I think, for someone to give it up. White Mane, hit again. Blocked. They do kill the Blaze, though. And I think that will do it. Wow, what a great series of fights. Really impressed. And 2Calculated2throw comes away with it. Sonya right away goes bottom lane. Get her soaking going. Get them closer to 13. They go down the mid wall. So that's the minion pressure. Do some work here. We know the objective is going to be that first sippy cup up on the top side. Taking some damage. Oh, that was a little jonky little dive by the Triglav there. Does get top wall. Now are they going to try and push? Or are they just going to try and do it debating? 28 seconds. Left on Triglav. 22%. 19%. And it looks like they are just going to try and get everybody safe. All ultimates are up when they come out of this though. Mosh Pit goes out. That captures couple. Tychus from the backside. Holy. White Mane goes down. Chromie's down. Sonya's down. Diva's down. Big dive. Gets the kill on the ETC. Li Ming gets the kill onto the... Holy crap. The Blaze. Wow. Now I'm going to say it. What a slobber knocker. Oh, this is just a fight fest. Oh, man. I don't think I've seen action like this since I was a youth going to metal concerts and diving into mosh pits. Different kind of mosh pit. ETC was never there. Although that would have been cool. Both teams going for their respective siege camps. They're both on same talent here. 13-5 are the kills in favor of 2Calculated. Looks like they're making a play for the healing protector, the support camp. But I think they are letting it go and just going to let it channel. And they are looking at Alarak, who sniffed it out, got away successfully. Meanwhile, Sonya is just pushing her way to the bottom lane. Again, support camp seems to be started. I think they're going to let it chain. Sonya is now up with the 5-man. I think they're going to make an aggressive approach for the support camp. New habits finished by Blaze. So that'll make him unstoppable when he pops his trait. Ooh, that's a good spot for us. Oh, a big mosh pit on the backside though. Sonya leaps in. They have Deckard trapped. Turret's down. Alarak was down. Oh, man. Diving. Oh, ETC saved. Oh, and they get the Blaze though. So that's a 3-for-0 kill in favor of 2Calculated. Looks like Sonya's going to go up and start the channel. And this is just a beatdown from both teams. It's like whoever hits their R quicker seems to get the advantage. Sorry, I just got to move my camera. I just was having a sip of coffee. So 16s are online for 2Calculated. And there's a great chance that Uncomfortably can get 16 before they have to give up this objective. Now they have 16, 60-odd%. I mean, they don't know it yet, but they will realize now that somebody's down below. So now they can engage if they wanted. Leaving trapped a little. %. Where's the leap? There's the spin to win. All over the Deckard. Diva trying to protect. Turret gets dropped as well. Moshpit goes out. There goes Alarak. A little bit of damage by the Diva explosion. Oh, big orb blast. And Li Ming did go to triumvirate with all three. So she's just going to cause havoc from major distance. And she took glass cannon. Risk versus reward. Li Ming, bring the Triglov. See who they're going to put in it with. Looks... They have ETC in it. I think they might try and go for a keep here. Just to get their advantage. Top lane pressure. I wonder if we're going to get Crater. Yeah, everybody on the team is doing exactly what they're supposed to. They're drawing fire, letting this protector take that top keep. Just, I mean, really well calculated by 2Calculated. I mean, gotta give them props. And while they're doing that, bot lane already is missing. It's well, so they really have 30 seconds to do with what they feel like doing. Coming down to be a blocker. Looks like Sonya's trying to bait them out a little. Alright, Triglov is down. 19s are up. I think if 20s come online, there's going to be an invade right on this camp, right here. This turret camp is not going to last long. No, it's not. Here they go. Oh, and it is the crater. Lornado goes out. Doesn't quite help save Chromie. Mosh Pit goes out. There goes Deckard. Big knockback by Havoc. Oh. Alarak dives in and pays for it. Blaze with the bunker, though. His pop's unstoppable. He gets popped, though. Diva, again, the only person left in the... Wow. 21 kills to 5. My gosh. 2Calculated is just coming out swinging. And it looks like they're going to start putting on some core pressure here. Could this be it? With 20s? Could they end the game? They have big red button. Diva's explosion goes out. Now people are spawning. 80-odd%. Deckard's up. They get Diva though, so that's a shame. Deckard's helping a little. Havoc's in a bad spot. He's gonna die. And he took tour bus at 20. I'm surprised not the death mosh just for that guaranteed lockdown. And meanwhile, turret is still here. Say, we don't need no stinking turrets. So at least with getting that ETC kill, it will give them the opportunity to get to 20 and to do a bit of damage control for their lanes, because their lanes were pretty pushed on the side of Uncomfortably Numb. Diva up now, about 15 seconds for ETC. Lornado caught the Li Ming. However, Unstoppable used. ETC is up and en route. Everybody has their objectives. Nice stun. Jump onto the crater. Big damage going out. Diva mech gets popped. Diva goes down. ETC. Oh, catches. Oh, what a sweet tour bus. And now with 50 seconds, I think they are going to core on this. Wow. What an impressive come out by 2Calculated for this first game. Odin is popped, and he does have big red button. And we have a GG by 2Calculated2throw. Alright, let's look at some numbers, some stats, pick our MVP for the match. Come on, I don't want to wait forever. There we go. Alright, so you have 70,000 damage by Chromie, really nicely done. 81,000 by the Tychus, 74 by the Li Ming. There's so many people I could actually pick for MVP, but I think I'm going to have to go with Coffin on Sonya. I think played Sonya really aggressively, held her lane, did everything she needed to do. I mean, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Really nicely played. All right, so let's get to our map screen. Get some background music playing for everybody. While we wait for the next map. And again, I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight for this stream. Hopefully this music isn't too loud over my voice. If it is, let me know. If you are new to my stream, I try and stream as often as possible, and I always I keep my schedule up to date so you know when I'm casting. I'm really looking forward to the playoffs, and as I said, I'm going to run a new starting soon overlay just for the playoffs themselves. And if you are new to the stream and don't mind like the content that you're seeing, besides my ugly face, please leave a follow. It helps me out greatly and doesn't cost you anything, and lets you earn some rewards. And what I'm going to do after the draft for the next map, I'll do a prediction, and you can use your channel points to bid on whichever team you think is going to win. And it's kind of like gambling. You bet however much you want, right? You can only pick one team, and then at the end of the game, I'll finalize the prediction, and then you guys will win. And yeah, I think you're gonna like it, Seth. I'll send you a copy. I'll send a copy to you so you can see what it's going to be. But I figured for the playoffs, it's time to have a nice new format to go into. All right, let me see if we have a lobby up yet. I do not see one. Let me just looking to see. Okay, lobby hasn't been made yet. That's good. So I hope everybody is enjoying themselves as we get close to the wrap up for the Nexus Gaming Series Season 11. I mean, hard to believe we've had 11 seasons of NGS going on so far. I want to give a big shout out to NGS and all of its participants, volunteers, players, casters, teams, everybody who's a part of the NGS network for making it the success that it is. Also, for those who are unaware, Nexomania, which is presented by CCS Esports, will be coming up relatively shortly. I forget the exact date. I think it's June 8th they're going to start. And they're actually running 3 nights this season, as opposed to 2 last season. And there's going to be early games and late games. So that's a lot of games for me to cast. And again, NGS, I love the hell out of them. They're a great bunch of people, right? And everybody is a volunteer, right? Except for Weenus. He might be on salary. It's hard to say, right? And I'm just kidding on that, right? Still waiting for the lobby to come up. And another thing, I don't know if dropping babies will make me shush on this, but sometime shortly in the near future, uh, Phoenix Rising has been discussing um, creating a charity open invitational, right? So we'll have teams from different organizations will come in, have their fans. We'll bring in, if they have casters, we'll bring in casters maybe to cast games. We'll do like an open invitational. Some top teams is what I would think would be the top teams in division. See how they do. Do it for charity. Maybe some money goes to the winning team and the other would go to the charity. This is unconfirmed. This is just Sparhawk wishing and pushing dreams that he has towards the board because they're here and listening. Let me tell you how awesome NGS is. And this is an absolute true story. I'm going through some issues in my real life. My dad is in the hospital. He's not doing well whatsoever. It's just a matter of time. Um, and so I'm at the hospital quite often. Then I come home and I look forward to casting games as a way of relief, from that pressure. And what the Phoenix Rising org did for me is a bunch of the people involved chipped in to help get me one of our products, a hoodie, from a merch store that Phoenix Rising has just solidified in partnership with. And it was very saddening when they told me. It was so joyous. So, I mean, I love the organization. It's such a great place to be. I'm still waiting for the lobby, so I'm just kind of rambling on here, so please bear with me. That's why I appreciate all of you who come out and watch me cast and so on. I know I'm not the greatest. I still have things to learn, but I come out and I give you my all as best I can. I've also started trying to build a caster empire within the organization by finding like-minded people who play and would like to try casting. I try and take them under my wing, let them co-cast with me, help them set up their designs for their own live streams, and thus allow them to earn the spot of being a caster and to cast. And not just for Phoenix Rising. They're going to cast everybody. I just want to create a group of people that we're just going to soak everything with what we have. Mr. Monkey Man, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Night Squad. And the reason I call people Sparhawk Knights is some of you may be aware, some may not, but my name Sparhawk comes from an old David Eddings trilogy, two trilogies of books about a paladin, and his name is Sparhawk, and the series introduces such the variance of like the alignments can be and still be a paladin. Like there's a barbarian paladin and a holy Christian paladin, and they're all butt strong fighters. And Sparhawk, he sets out on a quest to save his queen, right? It's a really great read. The first series is called The Elenium by David Eddings, and I've used Sparhawk ever since I've read it. And just so we're clear, this is like pre-internet, just so everybody give you a rough idea of my age. All right, we're still waiting for our lobby to come up. Let's see, what else can I tell you about myself while I'm keeping you entertained? I've been married 2 years now to my beautiful wife that you see sometimes walking around in the background. We've been together since 2014, and then I wanted to make it official. Oh, and Fluffy, you will be good to know it was actually warm out today. The snow actually melted. So maybe spring is upon us. Yeah, I don't know what's going on because this timer is like 5 minutes away from... Oh, okay. All right, as long as both teams were aware. All right. Thank Kicknass for letting us know that. Well, since we have this quick break, let me throw a Phoenix Rising esports promo on for people, and then we'll just be right back. Did his computer dump due to the amount of deaths that 2Calculated pulled off in game 1? Because that was just nasty. Computer's like, hell no, I am not doing this again. However, I expect Uncomfortably Numb to come back in the next game. I'm sure they want to take this to a game 3, so. And since we're waiting, I'm just going to show you guys my cat Willow. I'm just going to go to the grass screen briefly. This is my cat Willow. He loves to talk, and he hates being held until he wants you to hold him. He is the climber of the family. He is the instigator of trouble. He is all that is unholy in our house. Starts with this little monster. He would never survive out on the streets because everybody knows that cats are pretty quiet when they're around each other. And this guy, he'll just talk your ear off. See, now, he won't let me hold him, right, and have him on camera. But he has no problem laying on my keyboard, right, or laying on my mouse and screwing all my settings up. Okay, let's take a look, see where we're at here. I mean... I love how you feel, Pilot of Earth. That's awesome to say. Mad respect. And I haven't heard from anyone from 2Calculated, so I guess they're willing to give him time. Just gonna send him a whisper. Oh, and another piece of information that you may not know is the music that I'm playing comes from an app called Pretzel Rock, as you see as it spawns whenever a new song comes on. And I looked into it, and it is a free music player, right? So you don't get copyrighted claims. So for any of you casters or people who like to cast out there or want to get into casting, it's a really good utility for background music for your stream, so that you can have something that's playing, people can listen to, and you won't get copyright claimed on it. It's one of the best that I found. Yeah, I'm trying to hear back from 2Calculated as to what they're doing. I think it's been pretty close to those 10 minutes. All right, so I just found out 2Calculated, they understand an issue, so they don't mind waiting. So we will get going shortly. So for now, you just get the sound of my melodious, harmonic voice. Actually, while I'm waiting, something I wanted to do. Thanks, Father Birth. I appreciate it. And let's wish Dropping Babies congratulations. I'd wanted to do this the last time that he was on, was to make him a moderator. He doesn't often get the chance. He doesn't often get the chance to watch my streams. However, when he is, I think he's a very fair person, so I really wanted to make you a moderator last time, but I've totally slipped my mind. So the lobby is being created now, so we should get going pretty shortly. Like I said, Dropping Babies is one of the founders of the PRE organization. So I mean, if I can't trust the leadership, who I put my trust in, for the organization, then I can definitely trust them to be a fair moderator. Alright, just letting him know that I'm ready. Okay, Willow, you can't be up here now. Now you have to go away. Thanks, buddy. Alright, letting him know that I'm ready. Okay, it looks like we're getting into it, so let me turn this music down a little. And let's get into the draft, shall we? All right. And, see? Sitting on my computer table. Won't let me hold him, but if I put him right here, just leave him alone, he'll sit there. And he'll be comfortable. And then I get cat butt in my face. All right, so let's get into this second game. Now that all the people are back who need to be. All right, so we have the Tychus ban. So they definitely don't want to go through that again. I can see it. Can respect it as well. And Joanna ban again. Oh, I gotta update my map. Unfortunately, wait. They have first pick. So sorry, yes, we are going into Infernal Shrines. Alfie-Mon, thanks, I appreciate it. Look at the camera, kitty. Look, everybody wants to see your face. Look, see? See how cute you are? No, wait, look at the camera. We have a first pick, Sonia, after a white main and a Tychus ban, followed by a Joanna and a May ban, double tank for the side of Calculated. Trying to, if I would be a pain to him long enough, he'll run away and leave me alone. Usually enough time to get a cast in. Alfie-Mon, thank you. Welcome to the Night Squad. That's cool. Appreciate it, buddy. Alright, so we have ETC again and Phoenix. Oh, if that's like a mosh into a planet cracker, that could be really devastating. Oh, Alfie, are you the person I sent the Captain American salute to? All right. So we have Raynor and Anduin. All right, let me see if I can. That is friggin' awesome. Thank you, Seth. That was great. So cute. That's hysterical. Oh yeah, welcome to PRE. I'm looking forward to having the chance to sit down and talk with you maybe at some point. Alright, so we have a Stukov and a Diablo ban. And we have the Sonya, Raynor, Anduin, Phoenix, ETC, Jaina, with a Rhaegar. I'm gonna kind of expect a Ancestral. I don't think this is a Bloodlust comp. Unless they're going to throw a Greymane into the powder, but they took the Joanna away, so no Falling Sword shenanigans. Infernal Shrines. Garrosh could be strong. Mal'Ganis, Muradin, and KT to finish off the rounds. So let's see the final pick for them. Probably a DPS. Oh, it's going to be Leoric. This is Planet Cracker. I'm calling it now. Okay, so once we get into the game, I'm going to do a quick promo, then we'll get into the game, and then I'll start my prediction. Alright, so as we're loading in, we have Novus on Muradin, Pilot of Birth on Anduin, Kiknaz on Sonya, Mr. Monkey Man on Raynor, Famous on Kel'Thas, Cawthon on Leoric, Grievant on Rhaegar, Kobo on Jaina, X-Havoc on ETC, and Fear on the Phoenix. These are your teams for Uncomfortably Numb, 2Calculated2throw, game number 2. Is this the season-ending game, or are we going to be treated to a game 3? All right, let's load in. Let's go to the middle so I can do this. Go out, bring up talents, leave this here, start a quick prediction. And you can use your channel bits to vote on this. The more you vote, the more you win. If you win. All right, let's get back into the action now. Oh. Get some sound for you guys. Athena's taking a lot of punishment. Phoenix, the first to go down here. A bad place for Phoenix to be standing with 3 DPS and a Muradin hitting you. Now, Dynasty, we never say that to the vote, like people betting. We never say that. That's the rules. Okay. Oh, Alfie-Mont redeemed a stretch, so... Oh, God. Oh. All right. Thank you. I actually needed that. Crouched over in my chair. Yeah, it was a great interrupt, that's for sure. ETC getting a little bit of blasted. KT just giving him no pace. Raynor's coming out to slug. Short little yeet of faith to save Raynor. And looks like they are going to trade this bottom camp. Give up some mid-soak quickly. Really fast capture on that camp. I mean, 2Calculated is definitely a level 10 team. When the level 10s get online, you know, bad things are going to happen. Rainer coming in for the knockback. There's a stun. ETC goes down again. I really like the positioning of Rainer so far. Doing a really good job of positioning him into a spot where like he could knock back ETC into that wall so he could not escape. First shrine is being called. 10 seconds until it happens. I mean, those early kills gave them about a half a level. KTZ trying to do some work to Cawthon. That's not really going to work. Just going to buy some time. Let's get down with the objective. 11-3, 12-4, 14. All 5 are now down for the side of Uncomfortably Numb. Big stun onto Rhaegar. 18-10 currently. (18-11), 19-18 now, so favor goes in advantage of Uncomfortably Numb. A Yeet of Faith goes out. 31-23. Everybody's down here now. (34-31). Jaina goes down. 36-37 to 34. 38-37. ETC goes down. And Uncomfortably Numb comes away with John Cena and the frozen form. That was a pretty close, really nice comeback on the side of 2Calculated to try and make it viable. So I like where the Punisher is positioned now. It's getting hit by 2 turrets and a tower. I mean, you got to watch for the leap though, right? Jaina goes down. But this is like a 180 of the last game. We're starting off to be. Again, I know when level 10s come online, 2Calculated is going to become very destructible. Now it's just a matter of how much of a lead are they going to give up before they can get to their 10s. Both teams capturing their respective siege camps. No invade. Meanwhile, down for the bottom. Big stun. Gets the knockback with a totem. It's 4 versus 3 down here at the moment. 10s are online, however. Haymaker goes out on DTC. He's got to have a power slide, and he does. Anduin hasn't chosen his. We've seen the Phoenix. We've seen the Haymaker. I think Anduin's worried about the stun on his Holy Word. The next objective is going to be top lane. You can see that on the mini-map here. But the 4-man does bully their way in and take control. Looks like Leoric's heading up top to try and help get 10s. Double soaking really good. But I think they're going to lose this bottom fort. He does. Oh, what a perfect salvation. That is going to guarantee. There's a mosh pit, though, with a planet cracker. There's Kalthos down. ETC looks like he's about to go next. So Phoenix manages to get away. Leoric does get away. So a 3-for-1 trade in the end. I know it's Playmaker. I call it Haymaker. Sorry. I will correct myself for you, and I will call it Playmaker. No, I was right. All right. I'll call it Playmaker just for you. Dynasty. Feels the least I can do for my fans. I think this is going to be a rather easy Punisher. And it's going to be a Mortar Punisher. I mean, if they want to make it, they're down at 2 levels, or 1 level, but they are down a talent tier. Kael'thas finishes his quest, so now he has his shield. Big Playmaker goes out, securing the kill of Jaina by Anduin. Hey, Banksy. So we have 9-1 in kills. 13 is the current level, about to hit 14. Whereas 2Calculated are waiting on their 13s. This is a total 180 from the first game, with 2Calculated just being overpowering and overbearing. Big jump comes out by John Cena. He is in a bad spot. He is killing their well and nothing is targeting it. Oh. Big mitigation by the Anduin. Oh, Fujin. How was your game? Thanks for raiding. Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. My name is Sparhawk, and I am your host for this match between 2Calculated2throw and Uncomfortably Numb. Just to get you caught up, in the first game, 2Calculated came out swinging. They had like 24 kills. And so far in this game, the advantage is in favor of Uncomfortably Numb. But if you look at the team comps, only now is 2Calculated starting to come online, and they are starting to come online with a bang. Sonya's running away. I think she's gonna get caught. Jaina with the kill. Oh, Raynor with the counter kill. Oh, can he get a heal? He does get a heal. Oh, we got an entomb. No real damage though. Mosh pit. That's gonna do real nothing. Nice salvations by this Anduin player. So on point. Alright. Uncomfortably Numb, taking the bottom camp. Definitely pushing top as well. Now, are they going to go for the double camp invade? And everybody's just starting to spawn. ETC is still 15 seconds out. I mean, as a team, they could go for it. They've got the first one. I think they're now making their way to the second one. And again, top keep is down on the side of 2Calculated. And they just cleared that camp up super fast. They are attacking this final mid fort. Try and get that out of the way. You're 100% right. and it has to be ETC, and they are just stopping him from getting in there. I mean, there was a mosh, but there was a salvation when the Planet Cracker went out, and it did no damage. Like, and they've all been on point. Another mosh pit, another salvation on the edge, saves 2 heroes. You know, incredible. Like, I'm really impressed with what this Anduin is pulling off for his team this time. So another shrine is now up. This is going to be a frozen one. And honestly, if it's the side of Uncomfortably Numbs, they could feasibly go to core with it, how it work, mechanics work by turning off structures. So they have a camp pushing top. Kodo uses stasis to stay alive. We get a mosh pit out. Planet Cracker goes out. Doesn't really do anything. Anduin finally goes down. Jaina goes down. Leoric running. Luckily doesn't get the bomb spread onto the Phoenix. Being pushed away, 16-11. $33, $34. So this is going to be done and taken over. And they all had to respond, take care of this. I mean, you have 3 catapults and a bruiser camp making its way to your core. You have to deal with it. And now they have to deal with the Punisher in the bottom lane. Luckily, though, Jaina will be back for them. Anduin is a long ways away. Frozen's going out. Leoric goes down. Wall goes down. Phoenix goes out. I think that could have been a bit more on the aggressive side. Jaina finishes her quest. Keep is down. Punisher is on core. Not going to do a lot of work though. This will not be game ending. They're doing really well by getting it to chase. 9 seconds on Leoric, because we all know he cheats death. Level 20 right on the horizon for Uncomfortably Numb. I mean, it is literally their game to lose. They just take the camps, keep the map painted blue, and success is going to be theirs. It'll just force 2Calculated to stay in there. They're taking this bottom camp. All of 2Calculated is taking the Shaman camp up top. Siege camp being picked up really quickly by Sonya. They're getting the last experience to give them 20. They could now literally, if they wanted, they could make a core push with a 2-level advantage. 13-5 in kills, 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes into the game. Oh my God, Farrell, did you just say that? Oh my God, my friend. Oh. I'm laughing because it's like so corny, buddy. But you're so right. Entomb misses. That's actually very, very funny. Ancestral does go out. Again. Oh, and you're right. It is a playmaker into a Planet Cracker. Leap of Faith goes out. Mosh goes out. This does not look good for 2Calculated though. Leo goes down. Rhaegar goes down. They are just chasing away. And yes, he did go Light of Stormwind. That's 4. This is going to be, I think, GG for game 2. Taking us to a game 3. A really nice comeback game by Uncomfortably Numb. 20%, 10%. Good game. Oh, Fujin, are you joining the cheesy pun memes too now? Oh my gosh. Oh, we've just gone to cheese upgrade level 3. Alright, looking at some scores. We've got Kelthos with 62,000 damage, my apologies, 100,000 siege. And Raynor with 0 deaths and 8 kills. Very impressive. But when I have to, for all that is done beyond the Mirrodin, beyond the zone, like I have to give play of the MVP to Anduin. I just think his points were so on point. It would be a shame not to credit him with what he did. So that goes over to them. Let us go to our map screen. Oh, congratulations. Yes, I will finish that off right now while I leave this. All right, so congratulations to the points winners for playing in that game. We'll do one for game 3, don't you worry. While they're setting up, just let me play a little bit of music for everybody. That was a really nice game. Oh, Farrell, did you wake up taking your happy pills today? Because you seem to be in a really good mood, my friend. So you're not as sick as you were last time we talked. You were saying you were having stomach issues, I believe. Hey, keep up with the puns. You're doing a great job. So it was a really good game played by Uncomfortably Numb. I really thought like everybody played a great, strong game from level 1 to level 20. So I mean, oh yeah, okay. So it is all out going into game 3. This is a great way for these guys to finish. Makes the game 3 predictions really rewarding or really hurtful. And again, I hope everybody's having an exciting Friday night. I really thank everybody for staying tuned and watching this stream. Like I said, I'm going to try and cast as many matches. That there's still about one more week left to go for some divisions that had to play an extra week. Teams such as Phoenix Rising Sapphire has a game on Monday, and Amethyst plays next week on Thursday. I'll be casting that game. So game 3, I think, is really going to be... Oh, all right. Let's get into the lobby, and I'll set this up for everybody. All right, so if what I'm seeing is the truth, 2Calculated took map pick. They're taking us to Cursed Hollow for the final event of the evening. They didn't cheat, actually, Fujin. They didn't want me to play. They were afraid that we may make you retire. So they asked me to sit out and not go against you. And my apologies. The teams for game 3 wanted to go to Haunted Mines, and I told them if both teams agreed, I would take the hit, but it's not in the NGS map pool, right? So technically they can't play it, but there's no... it has no result whether it happens or not. So I'm telling him if they want mines to go for it. Well, maybe we'll see you in... Oh, I won't see you again. Because unless I get... A team is going to have to come up with a really good reason for me to play next season. Otherwise, I'm just focusing on casting. I want to work on my caster network within the Phoenix Rising esports organization. And, yeah, I mean... I'm not literally screaming to want to play. I still love Heroes. It's just that, yeah. I think I explained that to you, Farrell, if I'm not mistaken, right? And how they could make that map viable. But I told the teams if they wanted to go to mines, I would support it, right? I mean, I'll take the hit from the NGS if they want to complain, right? Because I'm giving them permission to do it. It's their last game. There's no playoff recourse from it. You know, so it makes no difference who wins. I mean, both teams aren't in the playoffs, so I totally support if they want to just have fun, do it. Alright, now I'm just telling them they're ready. They decided that they're just going to stay on Cursed Hollow. Alright, I'm going to fade this music down. Play. And let's hop into our draft. Alright, so once the draft is done and we load into the game, I'm going to start another prediction, right? So hopefully I really like the Sonya. It's unfortunate, nothing against you, but I ended up MVPing your Anduin player. Really strong Anduin with those the holy word salvation. Just when you can totally cancel out a mosh pit as well as a planet cracker, yeah, that's props. But I think you could, like, your whole team played really well at Kicknaz, really well. It was really hard for me to choose, and it had to come down to who was the most effective in their roles. And your Anduin had some really good Yeet of Faiths too to save some people. So starting off, we have Sonya and Tychus banned. And we have Joanna and yet to be named for 2Calculated. And it is Mayban. So sticking to that Joe Mayban from last time. They're just not giving them over to Uncomfortably Numb. So first pick, Falstad. I would take Falstad first pick. Or Brightwing. I think the Falstad is your way to go with first picking here. Oh, and they're going with ETC. Possibly a stage dive. So really surprised with not taking the Falstad. I mean, and now it's a given, right? You go Falstad Brightwing on the side of 2Calculated, and you have total map advantage. Well, they're going to go for the Falstad and the Chromie. It gives Uncomfortably Numb the opportunity to take Brightwing in this round of picks, if they so want. A good Medivh can really ruin your day on this map. Oh, we have Abathur. Comps on this one are really varied because you have two bosses. Some teams will try the Twin Blade variant strategy. So while the team is pushing somewhere, Twin Blades just goes down and takes your boss, and then comes up and helps your whole team take theirs. Some take like a Deathwing or a Chromie, where they can stall for days with like time traps, sand, so on and so forth. But an Abathur pickup, they're going to need, what am I guessing? Could be a Tracer. Could be not a Sonya with Rhaegar banned. And what's their final ban? Gazlo's pretty strong on this map too. He sets his turrets up. Stukov's taken out. Yes, Windblade. You're changing my whole vocabulary. You know this dynasty, right? You know, Windblade, Playmaker. Next, I'll be calling myself Lovey-Dovey instead of Sparhawk. Now, and that won't catch on, so don't even try. Lucio and Anubarak. Wow. Good stall, good mobility, getting to the points. So let's see the 4-5. The final picks for the final game of NGS Season 11 for Uncomfortably Numb. And it is Murky, Abathur Murky, and Brightwing. Oh, this brings me back to the old Cloud9 days. I was just watching that video the other day when they won the 2015 Heroes of the Storm Championship with the Abathur Murky and the Brightwing. So they're bringing out a lot of fun. Asmodam is good because he can stall as well. And it's either I'm thinking that's Colossal Smash or Windblades, unless they're gonna offlane with a noob against Murky. I mean, you definitely want Ballstead against Murky because he can just kill him. Varian, though, with his charge. Alright, let's get to in-game. Let's get this game 3 going and started. Okay, 4, Uncomfortably Numb. We have Novus on Murky, Monkey Man on Raynor, Famous on ETC, Pilot of Earth on Abathur, the Spectre on Brightwing. And for 2Calculated, Grievant on Lucio, Fear on the Falstead, X Havoc on Anubarak, Kobo on Chromie, and Cawthon on Varian. I cannot wait to see what's coming. Let's get off to the mid, zoom out, show you some level 1 talents when they pick them. An Abathur Murky comp, unfortunately, it can work, but it doesn't work to level 16. I mean, yeah, I don't think it'll work to 16. However, what's Abathur going? And he is going in the pressurized glands. So he's starting off at least going for DPS. Anybody on the team can kill Murky. Murky is just made to do one thing. Well, two things. Die and annoy. And we have overpower. So are we getting a twin blade? I mean a taunt variant maybe? Meanwhile, in the bottom lane and in the top lane, Murky. He has the Abathur hat, so that gives him a bit more mobility to go in, but he really wants to get level 4 to get their points. Oh, I gotta turn off my music. Give me 1 second while that plays. Music will be sound for just a moment. Sorry about that. And yes, Murky is kind of adorable. Oh, they're focusing on to... They get the kill. ETC gets credit for it, but that was all Murky. We know that. Siege Camp gets taken. I think that's taken a little early, with the objective not being called. It'll give Falstad lots of time to respond to it. Trying to follow the Abbey hat here. Oh, they have ETC. Oh, they don't have them. So Murky dies up top. We have twin blades, but he went overpower. So he's not going to have the High King's quest to complete. That'll limit the damage that he puts out. First objective is being called upon. Abathur jumps to the top lane. Oh, stun. Cawthon has to back away. That Abathur hat on that ETC can cause a lot of wreckage. Nice sight by Monkey Man. So all they can really do here is stall. Because all they want Murky to do is push. So they don't want anyone to die. Right? They just want Murky and Abathur to get value. However, yeah, I was going to say, it looked like Murky was going to sneak down, but yeah, no. So now we have everybody down here, 5 versus 3. There's a stun. Is there a blow up here? Raynor gets a knockback. He goes down, though. Murky's now into the play. Sorry about that. Murky goes down. First channel goes over. However, Abathur did get the experience up top. He's going to have to move, though. He's taking some damage. I mean, with Abathur and Murky, it's just harassment. Constantly, over and over and over. Chromie puts a time trap there just to spot things out. Brightwing up in top lane. Denying some experience. So they are getting a slight experience lead. Oh, let's go see what's going on in the bottom here. Oh, big stun. Can they get Havoc here? Knockback. Murky hat. And they have Famous in a bad spot. Brightwing gets killed up top. Pilot of Earth trying to tease them a little bit to come and chase them. Offering himself as bait. Murky sneaks the siege camp. He's probably not going to escape, but Murky doesn't really care. He needs an Abba hat. That's what he needed, and he would have gotten that kill. 9-9. Oh, Famous in a world of hurt, being tracked down by everybody. That's 2. Stage dive ETC. Need that Abathur hat. Murky goes down again, but that's fun. Oh, he did take Mule though. In Ultimate Evolution. So that Mule is going to help out a lot actually. Okay, both teams have 10s. I'm just going to leave it here. Oh, if he'd been able to get him with that stun. Alright, so we do have the stage dive. We have March of the Murlocs. We have Raynor's Raiders. Ultimate Evolution. Blink Heal. And first is... Curse is going over to the side of 2Calculated. Oh, and Raynor takes Falstad out in the top. So what a Curse does is you see that mark over the minions. It reduces their hit points to just 1. So they'll die to basically just blowing on them. right? And towers don't shoot, so it's a really good advantage. March of the Murlocs going out, you see doing a bunch of poison damage to the minions. Kind of levels out the lane. And Windblade's up here doing his thing. He's got level 12. There's no reason why he is not on boss yet. Unless he's going to wait till after Curse. Okay, level 10s for 2Calculated. High Five, Mighty Gust, Cocoon, Slowing Sands, and Warbringer. Falstad goes down, Anubarak goes down. 5 to 5 for the kills, 13 to 12, just about a half level behind. Varian does his thing and takes top fort out. Now he's going to go start on boss. Because that's what Twinblade Varian does. Meanwhile, they're burning this thing down pretty friggin' fast. Are they gonna... Yeah, they are too. See? Without that ability, I mean, he's just not as strong Murden as... or Winnenden as he could be. He was able to stall quite a bit, though. This boss is going to get work. Especially with Famous having a hat on him. Meanwhile, Murky's taking his camp. That will help, actually, because those guys will shoot rocks at the boss. Oh. And those rocks are hurting that boss. As long as they have target on them. So one throwing on boss, one throwing on minions. Boss goes down really quick with some damage to keep. Meanwhile, on the bottom level, one thing about this map is you're all over the place. Bottom fort's going down, so that's going to be 5 to 4 structure advantage, 5 to 5 in kills. About a level lead for the side of Comfortably Numb, or Uncomfortably Numb, my apologies. And all heroics are up. They did get the objective. Oh, Gust is a whiff. This Rainer that you're seeing here chasing, he's a copy, so they're totally fine when he dies. Smart call to pick up the Bruiser camp to have that pushing down mid. The 16s are online first, so now is when the heroes start getting strong. Now you have speed boost onto Murky. Plus he gets heal. Chromie goes down. Lucio goes down. That's 2. And like I said, if they manage to get to this point in relatively good health, which in this case is 3 forts, I mean, they stand a really good chance to pull off this victory. Now that Murky's built, now that Abather's got most of it, I'm sure at 20 he'll go for the double-hatted targets. Cocoon onto Rainer. Fort does go down, however. They get him free. Here's a gust. Oh, they they were able to actually force him to hold his gust. And I thought for sure once he flew he was going to play it. They jumped on him right away. Murky's on a variant hunt. He needed a nab hat. Alright, so looks like they're going to take their siege camp, put a little bit of pressure on top. Meanwhile, bottom lane definitely has pressure on it. 18 to 17. This is going to be a big fight. Oh, that burst of speed from Abathur let Spectre get away. Murky goes down, but his poison is doing damage. Murky's back in action. They're letting this one go. I think that the Abbey hat's got to get quicker onto Murky. Tribute being called. So they're going to try and make a really quick play for boss. Double boss here for both teams. It'll be a boss for both teams. 12 seconds. They get their boss. They have enough time to get to the objective. The false side is rotating back. ETC does have Crowd Surfer. Or Stage Dive, I mean. So he'll be able to get a stun. He needs to get his team to support him, or an Abathur hat to help him. Not a good time stop. A clone goes out of the Rainer. And Murky goes down again. They do have Curse, however, Boss is on core. So they're sending Varian back to deal with it. And they're going to push theirs rather strongly. Brightwing goes down. '20s now come online as they get out an Uberak. That might help somewhat in the defense. His Abathur hat has got to be critical. The mule goes out. Good kill. Really good kill, actually. 3 down. I mean, they could push for victory here. All you have is Varian and Lucia up, so I'm surprised because they're gonna build an enforcement up here, like reinforcements. The siege camp will help take away some of the pressure. Now Nubarak is up, so any chance of backdooring is out of the windows. It looks like they are just escorting minions towards that top keep, try and balance out some pressure, because right now there's double catapults coming onto them. They are going full bore on this thing. And Murky down below. Doesn't have an Adler hat. Does have a Bright Wing and a Stage Dive though. They have a dead Chromie. That's 2 down. Murky's throwing his unlimited Murlocs. Didn't get a full connect on it before the gust, but ETC gets killed. 78%. Here comes the rest of the team to support. Murky goes down. Rainer's cocooned. 54%. Double Rainer. Takes another percent off the core. And please stay tuned when this is over. I'll be doing a winner's interview. And I told both teams if they wanted they could bring the team in. So they can all have their talk about the season and plans going forward. They do. Oh, Lucio manages to escape. Brightwing, Murky goes down. Big stage dive. Focusing onto the Varian. They do pick him off. ETC is actually blocked. He gets free. There's a stun. Shot back. Good time stop. Looks like Brightwing is going to do the capture while they try and push in again. This time they're going to take a siege camp with them. This game is so close. 14 to 10, 22 to 21. 2 structures apiece each. And this could be a double boss play. Alright, they have to hightail it up there now. They will not be able to stop this in time. You have 2 bosses going core. Varian working on this one right away. Uncomfortably Numb trying to take this bruiser camp, which was going to help them greatly, especially if they can get this curse. And they do get it. There are catapults. ETC dives onto them. Murloc's going to get the curse. Yeah, Murky's taking the curse. So this is total defensive posture. Lucio couldn't prevent it. A good try. But there is one catapult with no hit life, and he's just shooting at them shields. I mean, 14 to 10 are our kills. We're 22 minutes in. That camp pushing top is going to have a lot of success. Meanwhile, they are just trying to wreck. I think Hyperion would have been a really good ultimate here to lay in on all that. No hat for Murky, so he dies. There is just a lot of things working towards 2Calculated's core. They are literally pushed to defend right at their core. So they have Bruiser Camp heading down mid lane. The only camp available to take is the Siege Camp. I wonder if they're going to be able to recognize this in time. They do. So this is where the fight's going to happen. Double hats. So lots of damage coming out. Murky taking on Falstead in the top lane. Can he get him? He does get him. So that's one. Does he have his invulnerable? No, he does not. Stage dive coming down. Stall. Waiting a second. Misses on the boop. Murky's with the group now. 5 seconds to his ultimate Murlocs. Yeah, the big tuna. They do get that second fort down. So now there's going to be more pressure built. However, that siege camp that they took for 2Calculated will help press out that bottom lane. And it looks like they are not ready to end it yet. And they are going backdoor. Looks like both teams are going backdoor. Who spots it first? Murlocs go out. Perths are coming in now. Shields are down. Lots of poison damage. 30%, 20%. 14, 10. ETC dies. Murky dies. 5%, 3%, 1. Good game. Uncomfortably Numb comes from behind to get the 2-1 victory. Wow. What a great series. I'm so glad I was able to cast this. Man, this was a playoff series of, like, a Stanley Cup, if ever I saw one. Okay, let's look at some numbers. Murky, 63. Rainer, 64,000. 173,000 siege by Murky. 165 by Chromie. Well done. MVP, sorry. I got to give it to the Murky. Stage dives were on point, but that Murky did exactly what he was supposed to do. He was just an annoying little fish. So let me mark this. Check this. Let's go back to our map screen. And let me see if we can get a interview. That was so well played. Alright, while I'm setting up an interview, just going to throw a quick promo. We'll come right back to this. Hello, I was just playing a promo, so perfect timing. Oh, I have the whole team. Hello to all of yous. Congratulations. What an exciting win. I mean,
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
If this is a game that takes to show interest of people getting into the playoffs, I mean, this is a playoff match. Like, this is like a top playoff spot match. You guys played so well. And really kudos on bringing out the Abathur Murky. I know it's a late game comp, and when it comes online, it's just so much to deal with. So well done. Who came up with that idea, if I can ask?
Be the pilot. It's an uncomfortably numb secret draft that we've been pulling out every.
I wouldn't call it a secret.
Well, you guys played really well. So we'll go through the maps really quickly. We'll start with Volskaya. Didn't quite go your way. What was the factor that you think that gave them, like, they had a domination literally over you guys? They had like 20 odd kills. I mean, was it just that they knew the map better than you guys knew how to play it, or did they just react better? I'm not going to dwell on this long, and we'll get to your victories, but I have to ask.
Comment on this one if you want.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, so I think that map was largely because of the disconnect between our front line and our back line.
Right.
When you have a Chromie alone in the back line with just a Deckard healing her, there's really nothing to stop them from just coming into the back line and killing you, which really happened a lot in that game.
Yes, it did.
We had our Alarak and our Blaze in the front line trying to kill people, and then they just walk around, ignore them, and just take apart the back line.
Well, they seem to make it a habit of just focusing that Alarak every chance they got.
Yeah, I think we fell behind pretty early as well. It's kind of snowballed on us, but
Yeah.
they played it well. So.
Yeah. Enough about that. Let's get to the better one. Infernal Shrines. I mean, okay, I gave my MVP to your Anduin player, right? Oh, I was so hard done by because you guys played that map so well. I felt, right? You basically had control early and it went all the way to the end. But just those holy word salvations when there would be a mosh pit or a planet cracker or something, and all of a sudden the salvation is like, go ahead, do your planet cracker. You ain't taking crap for damage, right? So genuine kudos to your Anduin player. And who is your Anduin player, and how did you feel about healing that match?
It was tough. I had to take my finger and then press the R key every now and again. Made me sweat, but it worked out.
Yeah, he was doing some pretty advanced calculations in those fights.
That was in
the optimal R press.
like when you saw the planet cracker, then the salvation. Like, what was comms like? Was it like, oh no, you didn't, right? Kind of thing, or.
I normally just zone out during the games, listen to my music, and then it turns just works out sometimes. Probably why we lose a lot.
Well, like you said, I think all you guys played, the whole team played really well for that second game. And so, with Cursed Hollow, knowing the strategy that you guys were going for, I totally saw the stage dive coming. That made perfect sense, right? The Murky and the Abathur and all that. What were you guys thinking going into that final game? Was it like, we're just playing for fun? Or this is a comp that can beat them, but we know we're late game? Like, what were you guys thinking about when you were drafting and going in on this?
What were we thinking?
Well, when we see Curse, we initially want to just do Abba Murky, and then the rest of the picks were just, I guess, going off of pick bands. Like, we didn't know if we were going to play ETC, Johanna, May, but the idea was one of them.
I will say, beyond the Abba Murky pick, the draft was actually very strategic. There was a lot of conversation as to what heroes will actually not make us lose instantly with the Abba Murky pick. So
Their Rhaegar was a really great name, because that's what we were originally planning.
You're right. Well, I thought you guys... Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I wanted to play Arthas. That's a favorite of mine, but we figured the ETC would probably fit better, specifically denying it from them as well.
Oh, yeah, and like some of your stage dives were on point. You know, you would jump, you dive in, give your team the opportunity to get in, to engage, you know, or you were securing kills with it. I mean, really well done. I mean, as an ETC player myself, I see merits in both ultimates, and I think you picked the right ultimate for the right map, and it just worked out really well for you guys. But it was close. I mean, they had you guys on the ropes, but I think your Rainer player I have to give a shout out to because they were just trying to pick off people like crazy and just knew when to get on the boss and focus on the boss.
I can't take credit for boss calling because I just asked what am I supposed to do.
Fair enough. That's what most DPS do.
I'm all macroing is all the famous is calling.
No, as well. But
There was a bit of shouting at Rainer too. Just focus the boss, yeah.
I also had to stage dive like 7 catapults at the end of the game. You didn't notice?
Yes.
We're gonna instantly kill our core. That was a little bit scary.
So we have a name I don't recognize. Oh no, Spectre. You played in which game? All 3?
I was the Alarak in the first one, and then the Brightwing in the third one.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brightwing played was really well.
Thanks.
All right. Well, like I said, I wanted to pick up this match because I felt everybody deserved to be casted, especially as the season was rounding up, regardless of position. And I honestly say you guys didn't fail to prove me right. So let's talk about. Are you guys planning on going into like the next Mania and looking to stay as a team for season 12 of NGS? What are you guys shooting off the hip right now? Crickets. Crickets.
I don't know what Nexus Mania is, to be honest. But
Oh, it's presented by CCS Esports, right? And it's like a mini event where you scrim other teams that you'll probably end up playing in your division. Something you guys should look into. I think you do really well at it.
yeah. Well, we've kind of been on the outs for HOTS for this season. We don't really play that much outside of NGS, but we've had a lot of fun playing NGS over the years. So who knows? Could be back.
Awesome.
When famous messages us. That's about it.
It gets the itch.
Fair enough. I can understand and respect that. All right, so I'll start. I don't want to waste too much more of your time. Let you guys do your celebration or whatever you want to do. So I'll start with famous. Then I'll go down the list of shoutouts that each person would like to do.
I haven't done this in a long time, but I used to have a tradition of shouting out Click Esports. I don't know what they're doing with COVID, but hopefully there's still a thing. If anyone's in Ottawa, there's an esports lounge in non-COVID times, and it's a cool place that we used to play a lot of our games at. And shout out to you. Thanks for the cast. Appreciate it.
No problem. Feral Ferret said in chat, you guys should stay together. One of the best matches he's been lucky enough to watch.
Oh, that's sweet.
So, okay, Mr. Monkey Man, any shoutouts you'd like to do?
I'll give a shout out to our feral ferret friend.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's not often we have fans on our side, so it's good to see that.
Yeah, one person, I did a prediction for Game 2, and they pulled you to win. So they won a good chunk of caster coins for you guys. So Novus, go ahead, give us your shoutouts.
I'd like to shout out Famous's laptop. It's 30 years, and it struggles a little bit now and then, but in the end, it always pulls through to get us that win.
Yeah, 20-minute boot time, but
We've all been there with laptops once in our life or not. All right, Pilot, yourself, go ahead.
I'd like to shout out my mom because she's probably not watching, but if she ever somehow finds this video on the internet, I don't know how, well, she'll be happy to hear the end of it where I shout her out. And also to you, thank you. You're an amazing caster and very wholesome.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And Spectre, you get the final words. Well, I get final words, but you get final shoutouts.
Shout out to my man and our other member who couldn't be here tonight, Age. And, I think we should probably set up a final skins match for who's dead last on Haunted Minds with the guys who played it.
I agree. I was willing to take the hit for you guys for the NGS to go to that map, right? I said it clearly. Like, if you guys want to go, it makes no difference now who wins or loses. So if you guys wanted to do mines, I would have supported it, and I would have taken the trouble because I was the one who should have said no, but I wanted to say yes for you guys, right?
We appreciate it.
Yeah. So again, I mean, sorry for how the season finished, but you guys ended on a bang, and I think the NGS would feel a loss if you guys were to choose not to come back. I mean, you're a good team. You tried your best, and I mean, you can only get better. So consider it anyway. All right.
Will do. Thank you.
Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the Nexus.
Thanks.
Bye. Okay, everybody. So that's going to be pretty much it. Oh, it was my pleasure to kick Naz. Yeah, I thought it was for me. It was one of the best matches I've had the chance to watch all season, and I got to see both Abathur and Murky in the same comp. I'll be referring this video for multiple people to watch. In the end, for the Division B Northeast, we have Uncomfortably Numb with a 2-1 victory, and it's a shame that although they got the win, both teams' playoff chances are out of the picture. So that was sad to see such two strong playing teams to have to go out that way. But that's how playoffs work. Again, my next cast, let me just confirm for everybody, but I believe it's tomorrow night. Give me 1 second just to pull this up. Yes, tomorrow night at this time it'll be 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. It's the Devil's Rejects versus the Hello Kitty Squad. That's the Division D East team. So again, about a 1 hour later start. It's on the schedule. I want to wish you all the best and safest of weekends. And if you have free time, come on out and join me. Let's watch some heroes and cheer some teams on. We can do a quick promo and then fade out to some music. Be right back. All right. And on that note, I want to say farewell to the teams who are now finished their season. For those who are make it to the playoffs, good luck in the playoffs to everybody. Right? Can't wait to be able to cast some of those playoff games. And I want to thank all the people who helped make this possible, with the volunteers of the Nexus Gaming Series organization, all the teams that step into play, all the fans who come out to cheer on. There is one more week of regular season games for a couple of divisions, so there will be some games next week that I'm casting, but they'll be on the schedule. Other than that, I'll see you tomorrow night. Peace. Love y'all. See you in the Nexus.